doing a little bit of freehand recording. Sometimes you want to put it on the tripod, or on the support arm. I don't know what you call it. But I said, let me just use the built-in stand that's on the camcorder that I have here to get an up-close look to it. I could obviously go closer if I feel like it. It'd be a lot easier this way. So I don't know how well the focus is. I guess that's much better now. I just want to give you a heads up of what you're seeing here. Legs have been detailed up with this part here. Cleaned up this, cleaned up that. I put on this little vent here on the leg. The back skirt with the thruster bells are there. It's kind of a little bigger than I expected, but looks okay, especially with the thruster bells here and here. And like I said, I glued the joint that connects the legs, so they're not wobbling back and forth. The only thing that's a little bit wobbly is the connection between this and the legs. The polycaps is inside. That pretty much is given right there. Put a little detail there. Of course, you already saw that. I am not putting detail on this as much as I thought it would be a cool idea. It's too much, because if you look at it, the proportions on this guy, if I put them on, even though they covered up, they act as the side skirts, it's obviously too big. If it was a little smaller, I mean, if I'm looking at the master grade Zeta Gundam 2.0. No, not 2.0. The version Kotoki, and this are in line with each other. But I guess they didn't think about that back in '85. Now, this is where I did a lot of neat work here. Hopefully this zooms in properly. There we go. I put on the little fins that I mentioned before. It's pretty good. I put more detail here on the top, so that way good to put the head here. I cleaned up the seam line that goes up around the head. No detail on the head. I'm not going to bug with that. That's fine right there. Put that there so I can put that in there. And as for the arms, I'm not putting that on this on because it's a pain in the ass to align it, and we want to glue it. And I don't want to glue it. Let me just put that here and put this here. And show you what I did with the arm, which is I think it's okay. So this is one plot plate styrene sheet that goes all the way around. I molded it. I heated it up a bit with a little bit of oh my god, a lighter that I have around here somewhere, but just enough for it to be manuable, and I can manipulate, bend it and then glue it on. I put on the these little koto-key vents that you see there. Is it koto-key vents? It could be wave vents. Zoom that in. There we go. There is a vent right up there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Put detail on the arms here on both sides. I was excuse me. I was originally going to make my own of this, but I didn't have any tubing that will allow it, and since I already sealed up the arms, I should have thought of that ahead of time, so I said forget it. I'm not going to do that. I left it the way it is. And then I might as well do this. There we go. is the back wing, which I'm going to sand it down, smooth it down a bit. Right now it's sticking out, annoying, but if I take a sanding sponge and sand it down and let it conform to the part, that'll be a lot easier, mold it in. And then of course I did for these guys right here, I put a vent, I put a thruster vent there and some detail there, and clearly that goes there and the other one goes there. Nothing on the side, nothing inside of this. I'm still working on putting something inside the shield because this looks weird. I just need to look at, well, actually no, I think I have something. I'll dig it up and put it in there. But I just wanted to give you guys an overall look at what this looks like right now, because I think I'm done putting on any detail, any additional detail on this kit to begin with. I think what I'm going to do is, after I'm finished with the shield and sanding it down a bit more, you know, polishing it up a bit, get the primer ready and begin priming this kit. So let me finish this up and we'll continue on. Alright, I am priming these parts. And this is the surface of the primer. Bear in mind that what I'm about to do is going to be a combination of painting, airbrushing, that's good, and hand painting, because there are parts that I cannot get to. Very difficult for me to deal with. Alright, so for starters, we get the hand here. We know that this part here, only the backhand, is white, but the fingers are charcoal. This is all white, of course. Ooh, ran out of primer. That was quick. This is all white, so not a big deal. I had a refill bottle anyway. So that's not an issue. This is the shield. I was trying to figure out what to put back there, and I couldn't figure out anything. This is actually subject to change. Oh, is there a scar mark that I didn't even notice? I have to wait until it dries. I didn't put the thruster back there. I didn't feel like doing it, because you're probably going to see it. I was actually thinking of using the spray can and spray it. Maybe not a good idea. Again, a big shout out to Wise Guys Hobbies, who has this kit and many other classic Gundam, Zeta Gundam, Double Zeta Gundam, Char's Counterattack, I believe 8th MS Team, maybe, I think, and War in a Pocket kits. I don't think they have any of the new ones. Maybe they do. But, yeah. I have the link on this page. Oh, I have it covered there. But head on over and see if you want to get your hands on this type of kit. Because it... You know, this is retro. This is basically a retro build. I don't see myself calling it classic. I'm going to call it retro. I guess you want to call it classic if you want. Also, I want to let you guys know I'm considering saying goodbye to something that I have for a long time. A few of you may know what I'm talking about, the ones that are in my inner circle. I'll talk about that once I'm done with the entire build, and then you guys will understand what I mean. Because I'm not having any satisfaction of what I use right now. We'll keep that as a surprise for another video. And I'm out of primer. Okay, let me fill up the primer, get the reservoir, and continue priming. Alright, I'm reviewing the parts that I just primed, making sure that I got everything squared away. Because usually with a primer, you can find these little imperfections. And sometimes you also miss some things that you don't open up. Like this. I don't know if you could see it, but there's the seam line that goes right on this. You know, you put all that work into getting rid of the seam lines on something this old and very difficult to look at, you know, to see with the white, but with gray, you can see it all. Now I just need to clean that up, clean all this up. Just up to there. Maybe I don't need to do that, but I do need to do that, regardless of the case. I don't see nothing here. It's usually this. That's going to be covered up fine. So we know I got to fix that. You can see the other foot. This one's barely there. Yeah, that looks good. Just gonna clean up a little rough edges I see there. Other than that, that's okay. So I gotta fix the feet on this. Let's see here. This one. This thing is so wobbly, it just drives me nuts. Yeah, I don't see no. I see a little bit of that here. I can try to see if I can clean it up using the sanding sponge. And I've been using, and I don't even know where I put it. Oh, here we go. I had a strip of 400 grit sanding paper, which is almost done. I have to find the other ones so I can then use it easily to manipulate and sand there. That looks good. Oh, and I guess I did not mention this little part here. That's actually a 3D printed part. I put it right there because I remember that this had the one cool weaponry thing that this the Zeta had was the 2 missile pods on the forearm. I thought it was the neatest thing when I saw it as a kid. Okay, let's go through. Yeah, this is solid, no big deal. Look at the body. Not bad. I was able to get it well hidden in some areas. Here's a close-up shot of the thrusters again. And damn, this came out really nice. I like it. I was actually, when I was putting it on, I thought maybe I should sharpen it up a bit. And I go, no. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. That's fine. I put this on a little sticky tack to hold it up. The beam rifle, I was sanding it down. And I got some stuff there, but I see, I guess this little notch there presented itself while I was sanding, so I'm going to clean it up again. So this is a cleanup. Let me check the other arm. Yeah, the other arm is good. You could barely see anything. That's actually came out really well. I did, when I was spraying this, something fell on it. I think a little bit of let me see here. Actually, I think that's actually part of a nub mark. I didn't realize that. Sometimes, yeah, I tend to forget a nub mark here and there. Let me see if I can clean it up. Yeah, that's good. I was like wondering what the hell that was. It's a little weird pattern there that come up. Let me just clean it up a bit. Yeah, I was gonna put something. I'm gonna show you the stupidest thing I've ever done. I made this little box thing, and I kind of like. Let me see if I can clean it up. It looked so wonky. I didn't do it right, but I did pattern the curvature pretty well, and I put it right there. And I go, okay, that looks good. Until I saw that, and I go, let me. And then if I squeeze and start sanding, things starts to break, and then everything's gonna fall apart on me. So yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I'm gonna sand these holes again on its own. Actually, I was being lazy. I never sand them down, so I'm just gonna have to do it anyway. I can maybe pull some putty out of the I don't even know where they are, and then apply it to there. Now, this will be a tough gig to do, to clean this up. Let me see if I have where's my sharp knife? I almost stabbed myself today with this thing. It fell on the floor and it missed my pinky toe by an inch. And I go, whoa! I gotta be careful what I'm doing. It didn't roll off. I actually pushed something which pushed that up, and it was like a domino effect. Let me see if I can. Let me try this one. It'll be a lot easier. Oh, that is so tough to do. In the angle that it's in. Maybe, you know what? Before I begin priming, I think after I start cleaning this, I'm going to put some plot plate on this to cover it up. Because this would be a pain to remove. And if not, yes, if I had putty out, which I don't know where the hell it is, I would have put it on. You know, maybe I should stop complaining and start doing. Don't you guys agree with that? I'm going to definitely look for the putty and try to see if I can put it on. And if not, plot plate. Because the shield is really nice, and to show the inside is nothing, maybe not a good idea. Should put my money where my mouth is. All right, now I know what I need to do after this small test prime. Now, once I finish finishing up, cleaning it up, I'll prime it again, and we'll begin the painting phase.